Hello my loves, I am Luna. We are going to be doing a tarot reading about things that are happening on YouTube right now. We'll in with the vitamins, Queen Jeffrey. This was our chess game, right? Jeffrey would be the queen. We gotta take out. By the way, I've never had anything against Jeffrey. I've always liked him, but I can't support or condone or co-sign his behavior. It's not just in his past, and we can't have that. So if you are a regular subscriber and you are not following this YouTube drama story, don't worry, I'm going to film a video for you guys this weekend as well. This is the weekend of the full moon. So you can either stay and watch and try to make sense of it. If you are not a regular subscriber, but you're someone following the story, then you probably know the story is hard to catch up on if you've not been following it. So it won't hurt my feelings if you come back for the next video. We are going to be doing a full moon spread to see what is falling away right now, what the full moon is going to show us, and what comes next. We're going to use a tarot deck, and then we're going to use 2 oracle decks. I have some crystals here because 1, Queen Jeffrey's energy is dark to tap into, and 2, to show me where frame is so I don't go outside of it. One thing that people are mentioning is that everyone who talks about this says if I disappear, it was Jeffree Star. So if he is some Illuminati type shit, then if I disappear for starting to do these readings, it was Jeffree Star. Alright? Because, you know, the reptilians and all of that David Icke type things. Alright, so if you're new, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you want me to keep doing these readings, and also let me know if you guys are interested in seeing a reading on Shane. I feel like a lot of everything is out in the open with Shane right now, and I also feel like Jeffrey is using Shane as a shield. Kind of put him under the radar. I know there was a time where you could not speak out against him or you would be canceled immediately.
That time is over.
Now that his current actions are coming out, and it's not just his past. Unfortunately, it came out because of the BLM movement, and now we are no longer talking about that because we're talking about this. And by the way, anything I say in this reading is just alleged. There is nothing saying that these things are actually true. It's, you know, from the energy and the cards, but it's absolutely just alleged, other than what we have seen. Alright, so first we're gonna do our oracle deck. King of Cups. I am my own anchor. So right now, Queen Jeffrey is the only one holding Queen Jeffrey down. By ignoring Shane and not standing up for him at all. They're no longer family, right? This King of Cups holding his cup there and looking just calm AF represents Queen Jeffrey's ability to stay calm with no matter what is happening around him. He is just in his mansion looking out of his 12-car garage, but he only got 6 cars. But he just got a new one. And it is beautiful, Queen Jeffrey. I'm not saying, like, you know,
Slay, but
you've had some bad behaviors. Alright. We have the 8 of Swords. So, he's releasing himself from his actions. He's separating himself and saying, that was my past. I'm not that person anymore. I'm separating myself. But the problem is that it was his past.
like last week and month and year, and
It's not his past. That's the issue. We have the King of Wands, which is being successful in all that he does. By the way, the full moon is this weekend while I'm doing this reading right now. So that's why we did the full moon spread. So this represents Jeffrey in his attention, this king here. And then next we have the Eight of Swords, which is what is falling apart right now with the full moon. And it is Queen Jeffrey releasing himself from self-inflicted binds. So basically separating himself, saying that was his past. The Eight of Swords here is basically holding him down. So there is fear, negative thinking there. The Swords energy also means feeling trapped or powerless. So although Jeffrey is buying new cars and flipping his hair and stunting, he looks like he is trying to liquidate all of his funds so that no matter what happens, if he gets sued or his brand stop working with him, he will still have everything he has. The Eight of Swords can also mean that he's sabotaging himself by taking the role of the victim, which he's definitely acting like something other than the issue. If he doesn't make a change soon and take accountability, this will probably be the end of him. If we stay on it and just go on to the next thing. We have the King of Wands. This is our second king card. He's confident that he's successful in all that he's doing, so it doesn't look like he's going to take accountability. The King of Wands will usually stand for an entrepreneurial spirit, which we definitely see in, we're going to call him King Jeffrey, I guess. And feeling inspired to stand apart from the crowd. So we definitely see him separating himself from Shane, and that may be the only way that he'll make his way out of this. Putting everything on Shane and getting him canceled instead. And then what comes next? Oh my god. I am so happy that you guys saw me shuffle because I couldn't have faked this better. Oh my god. What comes next is the Justice card, which would be speaking his truth. But if we look at it with the Eight of Swords energy, it is basically speaking his truth, not for himself, but because he got cornered in a box where he couldn't get out. Which is basically what we see with the two kings, that is Jeffrey acting all calm, between the Eight of Swords and the Justice card. Something that I do want to point out about the Justice card is you see the figure there sitting in the throne, okay? So that is not going to be Jeffrey. That is going to be who is judging Jeffrey. And the Justice card usually will mean legal authority. So either he's going to get sued or he is liquidating all of his money because the IRS is going to get on him, or he hasn't been paying somebody, which has been coming out right now. I know Kylie Jenner, don't quote me because I don't know absolutely, but something happened where she is not paying her workers. There's a lot of people not paying right now, brands that they're finding, and Jeffree Star could very well be one of them. So he is going to be judged not just by us. So it would be probably justice in his favor if we didn't have the Swords energy cornering King Jeffrey right here. Because this is basically like the YouTube drama and then some legal drama. He's probably going to have a little bit of suing in there. So he is just liquidating his funds. Now let's check out the other cards we have. Jupiter, which is abundance. He is definitely getting abundance right now. If you see that lightning going down there, it's almost like a scorpion, right? Taking out others for their own abundance. In this case, here, for Jeffrey. So, earth element, stability. Okay, so if he could somehow pull off liquidating all of his funds and keeping heat on Shane and just really grounding himself and trying to change his behavior, at least in the public eye, he could come out stable. I doubt it. 10th house, the world. So we see Jupiter and abundance in the place of what is falling away and what needs to be forgiven. If he's liquidating all of his funds and trying to just put everything on Shane, that is definitely going to fall away. His abundance somehow it's going to fall away. What the full moon is showing us is what is not stable. The rug's coming out from underneath everybody right now. And it's actually, we're getting shown how Queen Jeffrey used everybody else as pawns. Tati and Shane and used everybody against each other. This is the 3rd year in a row that he's making all these drama channels money. Right? Everyone on YouTube is making money talking about this right now, except me, because I don't have enough subs. So, please subscribe. Get me to 1,000. Get your girl some dinero. What comes next? We see the 10th house, the world. So, this is the 10th house at the top of the zodiac, signifying a very powerful man. So, if Jeffrey was in, like, the Illuminati, right? This shows somebody on top of the world, okay? At the top of the power structure. And maybe everybody who talks about this will just get killed, and only his stands will be left. The whole world will be a giant cult, and they'll go to Mars. No, I'm totally not seeing that, but it definitely stands for a position of power in influential people. So if we let him get away with this, like if we just kind of forget about it, we'll probably cancel his little partner there that he does not care about anymore. Unless it was the deal all along, you know, he probably knew about Shane's past. It's probably why he picks these people, because he knows he can just throw them under the bus, you know, like his security guard that he called up. He probably knew that he'd be able to get a lot of dirt on him because he is a controversial person. We have one more oracle deck under here. Right after the world in the 10th house, we have the full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. When everything comes up against him, he will show everybody the terrible person that he is, and he will just try to rule with his stands. He has a pretty good following still. At the beginning of all this, before everything was coming out, I went up against Jeffree stands by accident on Twitter, and it was horrifying. It really was. And you know what? Oh gosh, there's a YouTuber. What is her name? I watch her all the time. Why can't I think of it? I'm drawing a blank. But she has basically said, you know,
don't go up against Jeffree Star stands.
And boy, was she right. If I think of her name, I will tell you. Next, we have the Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move, alright? So, everything is coming out about him. He should have made an apology video, taken accountability, like, not just made the whatever BS video he made about the comparative to Seinfeld soup character, that lipstick brand, which I do get that. I did watch Seinfeld, and even the show Friends, there's a lot of jokes that would not be on TV now. But he apologized for that, and that's not what we needed. I mean, I don't even think he can just apologize. I think there's going to be a lot coming out that we're just going to have to throw it out and start new. I hate to tell you. The terrible people are all at the top because they don't have any morals. They'll do anything to get there. So that's why us good people are down here not even monetized yet, you know? Our last card here is the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node is really like his whole lifeline, which, I mean, it's true. Like, the apology video I was just talking about, right? Don't let your past hold you back. But the problem is that it's not his past. It's who he is right now. So that's going to be the outcome. I think he's going to wait a long time. He's going to try to get out of any legal trouble that he may be in getting sued, or the IRS, or not paying employees, whatever, before he addresses any YouTube drama. And then by the time he addresses the YouTube drama, it'll be a little bit long enough of time that he'll be able to say it was in his past. And then people might start buying the, you know, his tweet he put out, oh, it's
Never too late to change, don't let people tell you that.
I mean, because that's true, but not in his circumstance.
because he just hasn't shown that. There's no thought pattern that I could see ever. Not that I've watched a lot of his videos, but I don't believe he's ever shown a desire to change. But he's probably gonna, you know, tell a lot of people, like, I'm not gonna let my past hold me back. They're gonna buy it, and Shane Dawson's gonna go down canceled. Jeffree Star's gonna
show everyone his new cars.
Well, see if there's anything else to talk about here. Basically, he could have avoided all this if he had stood up and taken
accountability,
been bold, like the cardinal moon, and came out and explained things and really talked about it. And maybe, I don't know, there's a lot of issues with the BLM deal, but then everyone got upset about the P word with Shane, and then all of a sudden they changed what they were saying about James Charles to not only was he a monster, like, I'm gonna have to do a different reading with the whole Tati thing because that didn't fly, okay? Like, did anybody even watch that first video? I know I didn't. I just believed what everyone said was said in it, but going back and seeing a couple clips from it that I've never actually seen before in other videos, Jeffree Star was the first one to say, oh, he's a monster. So maybe even this showing the world the real you could be him exposing everybody else, putting the dirt out on everyone else that he said, right? He's gonna be bold and make the first move. He's gonna use his Scorpio energy and throw down. Like Tati said in her video, he is going to pop off. He's gonna be bold and make the first move. He's gonna show the world, all the real people here, who they are. Something that I've been really feeling is gonna come out is that Tati, because, you know, she was crying about,
we have to forgive these people that he is holding hostage.
I think she brought James Charles up and had some kind of relationship with him when he was underage, because why was she interested in him to begin with? She knew he would be, I don't know, I actually don't know enough to speak on it. I'll have to do a reading on it, but I think he definitely has something on her, though. He's definitely going to be starting to let this dirt out on all these different beauty gurus. In the end, though, he's going to have this Eight of Swords energy cornering him, and there's definitely a reason he is liquidating all of his money right now. I mean, not that he's shrinking it, you know? He has enough that he's not going to be able to liquidate it, but you might see him buying out a lot more companies or buying up a lot more properties, doing something more with his money. It's abundance in Jupiter. He is going to end up owning a lot more. And when anyone comes for him, suing or like IRS tax or not paying his employees, by that point he may not be that touchable. We're gonna have to keep following this. If anybody's interested, hit thumbs up on this video so that I know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see tarot readings on Shane or on Tati or James Charles. Anything else, the whole Blair White situation, like everything with that voice memo, okay? I haven't seen much about that here. I don't think that that is really going to play a big part. I don't think it's going to be credible. Like, Tati even said it wasn't enough. It was just enough to worry her, you know? Like, I think it was taken out of context, really. Even Jeffree said with having that, he said in a podcast, like,
I don't even know if it's real or if it happened or,
you know? So, I think it was taken out of context. I don't think it's really anything, and the reason they haven't brought it to the authorities is because, well, even if it is real or whatever happened, if the victim doesn't want to do anything, the authorities cannot do anything. There's nothing they can do. So that is probably why it just got passed around a bunch, because it wasn't evidence. This person wasn't sure, obviously, and Jeffree Star has just been skating out on other people, using everyone as pawns against each other. So, that is what we have here today with our tarot and the two kings. You know what? Just, I don't know if he will address the YouTube drama. I don't feel like we got enough of what he's going to do next. I want to pull a couple more tarot cards for you guys. I mean, I think he is just really going to stretch it out until he can say, well, that was my past. And we aren't going to know. He's going to be pretty quiet other than his new cars, all of this stuff that he's getting for content. He'll be doing that. He'll be very quiet about this until he can say that was in my past. And he's liquidating his funds to avoid suing or tax evasion. I did like that we got the Justice card, but that could be for the people that he is blackmailing. It could be him sitting there, but it is more likely some sort of legal issue. Okay, the Eight of Wands. I manifest multiple opportunities. That's pretty exciting, because the Eight of Wands means new messages and news that creates new opportunities. So maybe some of the terrible people who have really bad morals at the top will get knocked down. You know, they'll all take out each other with all this blackmailing and all that. And some of us good people will get moved up to the top and be able to be good role models for the younger people who...
You know, like, we used to be the younger people, so we thought all this stuff that everyone, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, we thought it was okay. And it's not. So, we could be better role models.
Just in general, there will be more receipts. There will be emails, texts, you know, other messages arriving. There will just be a lot of receipts going out. There will also be travel happening, like Jeffree lying about going to see his grandmother and then letting everyone see it on purpose. He really should have been considering his options instead of responding impulsively. We'll do one more. The Star. I am inspired and positive about the future. I would take this to be the... Oh my god, the Star. Jeffree Star. Dun dun dun. It is like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times and he appears. You guys saw that shuffle, right? The freaking Star. It's like, I think Alizé said it's like Bloody Mary, but it's like fucking Beetlejuice, man. Does that not look like Queen Jeffree? Look at that. See, Star on top, the Star. Look at that. Is that not Queen Jeffree sitting in his throne in his new cars with his Pomeranians, his beautiful hair, just slaying queen? See, I really do not have a problem with Jeffree. It's his behavior that I have the issue with, and I think everybody feels that way for some reasons. For some reason, everybody just really likes him because of his aesthetic and all of that, but, you know, we just can't support it anymore, and I don't know why he couldn't just get with the program and work with everybody, you know? Just fix the beauty community. People would have liked that, I think. He was already in the corner, like a star in the sky. So, the thing about the Star in our Queen Jeffree Star reading, being our last card, is that there are 8 stars above this beautiful little figure sitting there pouring water. And 8 is the number of change. So maybe if Queen Jeffree doesn't want to lose everything, maybe there will be some change. The 2 little water jugs there signify pouring out emotions to the past and the present and the future. And unfortunately, if he plays all of those pawns right, he is a manipulator. I wouldn't say master manipulator because, you know, he got caught in a lot in building everybody up against each other, but it might work. I mean, everybody is on Shane Dawson right now, even the media. Like, what happened to everything that was happening with BLM and protests? This is YouTube drama, guys. But I'm pretty amazed that we ended in the Star for Jeffree Star with the Star. That is everything. So if you guys enjoyed the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. I need to either meditate or have a bath because tapping into Queen Jeffree's energy is very dark, which is why I do not think there's change happening yet. But maybe these little 8 stars above the Queen could mean change in the beauty community as Queen Jeffree pours out all of the receipts and the messages that the 8 of Wands had to bring. So we'll have to see. Alright, let me know in the comments who you would like to see the next Tea Tarot on. Either Tati and James Charles, Shane Dawson, a little bit more of Queen Jeffree Star. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you never miss one. Thank you so much, my loves. Let's bring up some creators with better morals and support better role models, yeah? Yeah. As always, be kind to one another. Bye, loves.